And I'm Kerry Golden. We start tonight with a tragic shooting that happened late last night in California, leaving 12 dead. Thanks, guys. Definitely some much colder October weather than we're used to here in Connecticut. Today, Hamden saw below normal temperatures. Right now, it's 49 degrees. Feels much colder, to be honest, up here. Now, this morning, NBC confirmed the Witches of Oz are reuniting once again. That's right, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth will host and perform in a Very Wicked Halloween, celebrating 15 years on Broadway. The raccoon incident happened right here outside of Village 673, where the animal came in through those grates down into the students' room, where it eventually tried to find another way out, being this window right here. It got stuck, and animal control and public safety had to come and cut a hole in the screen in order for the animal to be set free. The fraternity Alpha Epsilon Pi, mainly based on Jewish values, is fundraising this week for a cause that hits close to home. This week, Quinnipiac is demonstrating its pride and appreciation for veterans in the Bobcat community. Let's take a look. On Tuesday, a flag-raising ceremony was held in recognition of the holiday on Sunday. After the ceremony, the Student Veterans Organization handed out free donuts and coffee. Currently, Quinnipiac has about 180 student veterans from all branches of the military and the National Guard. Recently, the university was named the top school in Connecticut for veterans and 5th in the best colleges in the North category.
Even though we have a smaller amount of student veterans compared to some of the other top schools in the country, it shows that, they work hard, the school cares about them.
From coming here, I applied to the university in August and I got accepted, and then from there everybody just reached out to me and said, what do you need to make everything work well?
The Office of Veteran Affairs as well as the Student Veteran Organization are not the only partners reaching out to show their appreciation for veterans. The Office of Residential Life, which is located behind me here, is also showing its appreciation for veterans. Community Assistant Chidi Unelli will also be hosting a program to make care packages for homeless veterans.
Last year, we were able to give about $500 in donated items out. This year, so far, we have $100 is where we're starting our base. I feel like with the help of SVO, RHC, we're gonna have more people this year. I just want people to be able to help these homeless veterans. I met a few of them last year. A lot of them don't have family. So it'd be really nice to give back to them.
The Office of Veteran Affairs hopes that their work will continue to improve the education of veterans that choose to come to the university.
For those that are out there, going back to school here, that the school will care about them, take care of them, and do the best effort to make them succeed.
If you would like to help give back to veterans, the event will be held on Sunday from 3 to 5 on the Rocky Top Student Center in room 316. The midterm elections give citizens the opportunity to vote on seats in both the House and the Senate. With less than 1 week to go, the election is continuing to heat up. Democratic candidate for the 17th District of the State Senate, George Cabrera, is in the tightest race against Republican George Logan.
I have a lot of experience advocating for workers, and I think that the skills and experiences I've gained in my job position me perfectly to be a strong advocate for my district to make sure we get the resources we need.
Unlike previous years, Hampton residents may be more likely to vote in this election.
Because I think a lot of people are very upset in what's going on.
I think there's a level of interest and energy that is very different from previous cycles. I think a lot of that is driven by what's happening in Washington and some of the division. Even most recently, we've seen with the shooting in Pittsburgh, people are really energized, and I think they want to make their voices be heard.
I'm strongly voting because we have a right to. So when you have a right to, you should do it.
Quinnipiac University is also reaching out and encouraging students to vote. Emails have been sent to students giving instructions as to how to register to vote and where to go.
So I think that young people have a huge role to play, and it can really play an outsized role. So I think it's very important to come out to vote and let their voices be heard, because quite frankly, the adults aren't getting it. So I think the more young people can get to vote, the better.
If you're registered to vote with your Mount Carmel campus address, your location to vote is here behind me at the Hampden Public Library. If you're registered to vote with your York Hill campus address, your location to vote is at the Westwood School at 350 West Todd Street. The polls will open next Tuesday, November 6th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Reporting from Hampden, Kerry Golden, Q30 News. Thanks, guys. I am joined along by senior journalism major Scott DeBell. Scott, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell the viewers a little bit about your capstone project and what it entails.
So my capstone project was titled Popularity of Rugby and Why It's Not Translating to Here in Hampden, Connecticut. Rugby statistically is the fastest growing sport in America over the past couple of years, and that really hasn't translated to like fandom here at Quinnipiac. If you look at our women's rugby team, they're 3-time back-to-back-to-back national championship winners, and they're going for their 4th this season. And if you go to their games, obviously you'll see the parents there, but you won't see a huge fan base of like the Hampden community and Quinnipiac students. And that's really what I wanted to focus on in this capstone, is why that is. And you see in popularity of rugby that people are starting to play it more, but that's not really translating over to like the fandom of it. So that's the main gist of what my capstone was.
And how did you come up with this idea? What made you say, this is what I want to focus on?
So I had a meeting with my advisor, Professor Diaz, here at Quinnipiac, and she proposed the idea to me, and I really liked it because I wanted to do something centered around sports, and the rugby team here doesn't get the amount of press as, say, like the hockeys or the basketballs here. So I really wanted to shed some light on their team, the success, and not only the women's team, but New Blue Rugby here, which is the club's men's team. So I just wanted people to focus on the sport, you know, get a new sport somewhat popular here at Quinnipiac and just expose it to the people.
And now that you have exposed it to the people, where do you see the article or your research as a journalist going from here more into this?
I think just seeing it grow over the entire country. Emily Roscoff, I talked to her in my piece. She's a senior captain on the women's team, and she kind of highlighted some specific spots where in America rugby is really growing, especially on the women's side. And I think soon you'll be able to see it across the entire country, not just those very those distinct areas. So just seeing it expand throughout the country, I think will be something to look forward to over the next couple of years.
Great, and we look forward to seeing that. You can listen to Scott's podcast and catch his capstone article on HQ Press. That's all I have from here. Back to you guys at the desk. This past Saturday, New Haven celebrated 2 decades of Pride. Pride New Haven Week is something the gay and lesbian community looks forward to every year. Let's take a look. 20 years ago on Center Street, Gotham City Cafe decided to celebrate its pride. Each year, the nightclub and Pride New Haven organization hosts the Pride Parade.
So what we do is we shut down Center Street. We have a stage here, we have local performers and some performers from places as far as New York and Texas.
An entire week in the month of September is dedicated to celebrating the LGBTQ community. There is everything from the parade, to a block party, to even a drag queen pageant.
Hi, Anthony. Well, this is our largest event. We have events through the week. That starts on Sunday. We had an event last night at Partners. There's an event on Sunday at 168 York Street.
I love seeing the community in New Haven County and just being able to see all these people, meet more people, hang out with all my friends, celebrate Pride.
Local businesses and organizations came to the block party to provide resources about services they offer to help the LGBTQ community.
This is our Yale Medicine, Yale Fertility Center table, so we're here to let people know about the fertility services that are available to everybody. So, we offer services for gay and lesbian couples, for single men and women looking to have children, for transgender individuals also. And so we just want people to know that there's a whole host of fertility services available, and we're here to help out with that.
The goal of the partnership between the Gotham City Cafe and Pride New Haven is to bring awareness about the LGBTQ community and to the New Haven community, as well as provide resources for the future. If you'd like to know more about Pride New Haven or their upcoming events, be sure to check out their Facebook page.